Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Avatar The Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 17, The Northern Air Temple. And last episode. We met the deserter. Jong, who used to be in the Fire Nation army or whatever, and he deserted, and then Aang asked him to be his master to teach him firebending, right? And at first he was like no, but then after he talked to Roku, he's like yeah. And then Aang was being so impatient, and then he was playing with the fire, and he heard Katara, and then Katara discovered that she can heal herself. She can heal people. And then Aang had to face, what's his face? Zhao. Zhao used to be Zhong's disciple, but he was also like impatient and stuff. He just wanted to destroy, and Aang used that against Zhao to destroy his ship so that they can't follow them when they were escaping. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Philomene. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. He came from the western. This one's the northern air temple. Are there southern or eastern or whatever? The other side. Of course they do. Do they have any money? Nope. It's gonna look like he actually gave money. Did he though? No, optimist. Yep. Yeah, they're not airbenders. They're probably using some kind of contraption to fly. Of course you can. You're an airbender. He's not happy with it. Yeah. They have things sticking out of people's heads. Although I feel like it's gonna get ruined. Of course. What the doodle? I like that. Oh my god. What the doodle? Boy, you didn't have to destroy the stuff. I know you're angry and everything. What the doodle? Mm-hmm. Oh, is that telling time? Okay. For a candle. Did he lose his fingers? At least that. Yep. Not gonna open it. Not gonna open it. But the poor fireflies, though, you keeping them caged up. Let them go and run in the field. Fly. Hmm. I'm never doing that. Never, never, never. He saw shit out of it. Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't open it. Because that thing, like the air, natural gas thing, I hope it doesn't blow up your air temple or whatever. Okay. Going to put something else in there instead of rotten eggs. What the hey? What the doodle? What the doodle? Soon, very soon, we are going to see the king. Whoa, that was really soon. He slapped him with hair. Oh, that's funny. Slapped him with hair. Okay. So far, it's working. Avalanche. What the? What the doodle? Oh, yeah, stupid. That's just one. Bruh. These things are not playing, no. Those don't look like they're doing anything. What the freakity frack? Counterbalancing system? There's a whole bunch more. Abba! Natural gas. That explosion really seemed like it destroyed the air table or something. Is he doing 1,000? Whoa. What's up with that look? Are you freaking kidding me? When the battle ended and Sokka was like, "You're right, Aang. As long as we have the air, whatever, we have the advantage over the Fire Nation or something." And then the father had this look on his face. And then the very next thing you see the hot air balloon that like, yeah. This is not gonna be good. Now I'm wondering, with the way the father looked at the end there, clearly it looked like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, is he still, it seems like he's still working with the Fire Nation. He's still building weapons for them. And I'm like, okay, clearly not Sokka, but yeah, they weren't planning on the gas leaking and Sokka having to let go of the fuel source and the thing crashing onto the floor, onto the earth. The balloon crashing and on the Fire Nation finding it. So that all seemed like an accident. But then why, with the way the father, like with the look on his face, I'm like, okay, was it all part of the plan? Did he use Sokka to make the air balloon thing better so that he can give it to the Fire Nation? You know? Like, did it make it seem like he was okay? He wasn't gonna work with the Fire Nation anymore, but he was still gonna work with them or something. I don't know. Just that look at the end there, it really, it was suspicious. When they started this episode, the title is Northern Air Temple, right? And I think, if I'm totally sure, the Southern Air Temple, that's where Aang came from, right? And then they mentioned the Northern Air Temple, so I'm like, wait, are there a Western Air Temple and the Eastern Air Temple too, somewhere in there? And when they were going there, and then you see all the people flying, I'm thinking, maybe he's not the only airbender left. But nah, he didn't turn out that way. Those people weren't airbenders. They were just using, excuse me, inventions to fly around, well, to glide, basically, along. And then he got there and he saw how everything was like changed, and he was like angry about it. And what was his name? Theo was like, okay, there's one part that is not touched, but that still remains untouched. And it was the thing that only airbenders get within. And I'm like, okay, that's good. But then on the other side of it, you had Sokka and the father talking about this natural gas that was there, that they didn't know where the leak was coming from, and they needed to figure out a way to figure out where the leaks come from. And I'm like, okay, you have that natural air gas thing over there, and then you had the temple that hasn't been opened yet. And I was like worried that, how Aang was so upset with the fact that everything has changed with the Northern Air Temple. And there's also only that part of it that still remains untouched. So I'm like, okay, well, is this gas thing gonna mess that up too? Blow it up or something? But no, it was worse, because they were using it to make weapons for the Fire Nation. Is that worse? I feel like it's worse. Like having that blow up, or having it be used to make weapons for the Fire Nation. I feel like I will prefer it being blown up than being used like that. And then the guy explained that the Fire Nation found them there, and then they threatened to kill them or something. And then he's like, please don't kill us. And they're like, okay, what are you going to do in exchange for us? And then he started making weapons for them. And the son was like, I can't believe you were doing this. How can I trust you or something like that? And then the guy came like really quickly, and he's like, okay, we're here for you to give us what you promised us or something. I wonder, was the promise the hot air balloon? Is that what he promised? But he still hadn't figured it out yet, until Sokka helped him figure it out. And now he's giving it to them. He's going to be working for them after Aang and Sokka and the others leave. I don't know. This is worrisome. Now that they have the ability to fight in the air, that's like a huge advantage. Also, that this is not good. Also, Katara used her bending. Bro, those things. I'm like, what the freak? They were shooting those harpoons or whatever thing out of the air to hold on to the thing. And then they were like coming up there, and Aang at one point used his stick or whatever to take the thing out. But as it was falling, he just launched another one, and then either were coming, and he used Airbender to flip the thing over. And I'm like, okay, this is done. But no, it wasn't done, because they turned the sort of like the control center of the tanks or whatever around, and then they started marching again. I'm like, what the freaking frack? What they do though? I don't know why I love that expression so much. What they do? And then they will mention some kind of counterbalance thingy to Katara, and then she used her water bending to flip the things over on his head or something. She stopped a couple of them, but then that's when Sokka came with the balloon, and they dropped all those slime stuff on them, and then they ran out, and now there was the gas leak, and then they dropped the thing, and then it exploded. That explosion, the way it played out on screen, it's like, it was so big, like it covered like the air temple. So I'm like, did the air temple blow up too? But everyone's fine. I'm so worried. But the fact that those guys now have a mechanism to fight in the air was not good. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/philomini. You can also see the full link for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.